What's happening, what's happening, what's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hot Radio, shout in, stepping in the building. I got one of my podcast partners stepping off in this thing. Ugly Money Podcast on Nietzsche.
Yeah.
What's good with it, my dog?
It's that ugly money. What's up, my brother?
I mean, Nietzsche, first of all, man, I'm glad to have you in this thing, man. You know, I've been watching the show the whole damn time. You know, the podcast is off the chain. Trigger Alert is off the damn chain. I mean, it's just an entertaining ass show, sir. I mean, first of all, I know you got a good ass story, but I just want to get into the podcasting side of it first. What was it that made you say it's time for me to crank up a podcast in this thing, man?
Man, you know, I did radio in Augusta, Georgia for several years.
Yeah.
And when I was retiring from my rap career, which is another story.
Yeah.
As I was retiring from my rap career, about 2018, I didn't know what the heck I was going to do with my life. I didn't know. You know, at the time I was doing slap contests where girls were slapping each other in the ring, and I was like, well, I can't retire from this. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I was like, well, what am I going to do with my life? So I initially tried to go back to the radio station that I used to work at, try to get my old job back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you know, I've been a signed artist. My following's big. I'm thinking that they're going to, you know, sign me right back up. Because I had a #1 rated show.
Damn.
And I was like, okay, a 19 share. I'm here. Yeah, I was killing them.
The whole share.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking I'm going to get my old job back. Them folk told me no.
Ooh.
Hey man, it took me about 3-4 days to get my energy right. I was hot as fish grease.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how the hell they don't want? My following bigger than the station.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? That's God telling me, why are you trying to go backwards when it's time for you to grow and move forward?
Come on now.
And so you know, and I really thank them for this because of the fact that I would probably still be in the same predicament or the same, you know what I'm saying, same place that I was 10 years ago. So anyway, and no diss the radio.
Yeah.
But so I decided, like, why am I trying to get my old job back when I can literally make my own radio show?
Exactly.
And so I went to the music store, bought me some mics, and me and shouts out DJ Such and Such, we shot our first episode of Ugly Money Podcast with 2 iPhones and a GoPro, and they had no cameraman. And, you know, we started in the living room, you know what I'm saying, just talking.
Okay, so from Augusta, were you living out there and then moved to Atlanta? So what was that transition like coming from Augusta to the A?
Well, boy. So I got to Augusta when I was in the military.
Okay.
I was stationed on Fort Gordon, and so when I got out of the military, you know, I had to make the decision if I was going to go back home and get a regular job or try to pursue my music and entertainment career in Augusta.
Yeah.
So by the time that I got signed by Ball in 2000, 8Ball and MJG, when I got signed by them in 2014, by 2015 they had made the suggestion that I move to Augusta. I mean, move to Atlanta, and I was like, man, I don't want to move, man. I'm the man out here. I had the biggest radio show, had the biggest record, had the biggest parties. I was throwing all the big parties.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? And it got to the point where I had my own club out there. So I'm like, why would I leave a spot that I have such a big presence? You know what I'm saying? I was him.
Yeah.
And then Ball sat there and told me, looked me in the eye, man, was like, man, you ain't got nowhere else to go but down.
Ooh.
He said, man, you done reached this. You done reached this far as you can go here. You done spreaded your wings as far as you can go.
Yeah.
You gotta let that bird fly.
Yeah.
And so I really appreciate him for that, man, because I didn't see that I was just a big old fish in a pond.
Yeah.
And you know, I was like, it was time for me to be a guppy in the ocean.
Come on now. Hey, but then you touched down raising hell though. Nietzsche, so explain to me when you first started doing the podcast, how the hell did you have the fortitude to stay down with it long enough to see it grow the way it's at now? Because see, you know, them initial stages ain't no damn joke.
Yeah, because you know you're not making no money and nobody watching. And I want to say this to the people that are thinking, if you're thinking of doing a podcast or anything in life and business, you got to believe in you first.
Yeah.
And if you are doing it solely because of trying to make you some money or just doing it for the wrong purposes, you're going to fizzle out quick.
Yeah.
I genuinely love to broadcast, love to talk to people.
Exactly.
This is something that I feel that God put me on this earth to do, for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm just operating in my purpose.
That's right.
So it don't feel like work. But if it was a situation where my intentions were not pure, or I was just doing this for a quick check, I would have been fizzled out when the second video did 52 views.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was just a situation where it was like, no, this is what I feel I bring to the game, because when I had retired from being an artist, I tried to figure, what is my place?
Yeah.
What is my niche? What is I was trying a lot of different things, and I said, one thing I always been good at.
Yeah.
Man, you put a mic in front of goddamn Ugly Money Nietzsche, and I got some shit to talk about.
Exactly.
I got some shit to say, and people like to listen. And I couldn't be taught that. It's just something that I always had.
It was in you.
And so, that's what kept me going, is the fact of the matter is that I actually genuinely enjoyed the process of building my platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love the process of going from my first episode doing 52 views to my second episode doing 62 views. You dig what I'm saying? And when we hit 100 views, bro, me and such like, bro, we on the way.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then, so, when we get to the point, everybody thinks about the trophies. Nobody thinks about the first practice.
Come on,
They don't
now.
think about training camp.
Nigga.
They don't think about the process of getting to that ring. You feel what I'm saying? No, bro, everybody wants to get the ring. Everybody wants to be the champion. Everybody wants to be up. But listen, bros, y'all gotta come motivated like that on practice.
How long did it take before you reached the tipping point to where folks was tuning in and you realized that, okay, I got some traction in this thing, man?
People consistently didn't watch me till about a year and a half ago when I interviewed Charleston White.
My God.
That boy Charleston White came through, and that's one thing I'll say about a lot of you got to give him his credit. Like the guy, he builds platforms.
That's right.
You bring Charleston White on your platform, man, and he generally has a fan base that's so big,
a real fan base.
They love him.
Yeah,
they either love him or they hate him.
Come on now,
but they
follow him.
They coming to watch, and so Charleston. I interviewed Charleston 4 times.
Damn.
Yeah, I interviewed every time Charleston.
Your podcast,
man, every time Charleston White comes to Atlanta, he good to come over here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just shut up and let Charleston go.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, people really started paying attention and giving the things that he say is crazy.
Yeah.
The things he say is crazy. He's gonna say the things that are going to rub people the wrong way.
Every time.
But if you actually listen to some of the things that he says, there is some logic behind it.
Yeah.
And past the clips in the long form content, he explains why he says the things that he says. So I definitely give Charleston White some credit on that, of bringing attention to Ugly Money TV. And then once the attention came, they saw my whole 3 years of back catalog.
Come on now.
Oh man, they saw
he been going in.